All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10, and he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across. The 25. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down. Vance. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Throwing on 1st down. Vance. That's complete. It's Gordon. 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Josh Gordon, 57 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And right away he lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson able to finally get him for a loss of 16. And it's going to lead to a 4th down. On is the punter King to send it away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals getting set to go. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. After the interception, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Bennett. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 98 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 23 yards on the play.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
56.
He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
From the gun, Vance. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling?
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jadeveon Clowney in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vance. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Vance going up top. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They go play action here on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Faking the give. Now Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Partner, that is a quarterback no-no right there. He's flushed out to his left, so he's trying to orient his body into a position to make this throw. But by then, he shrunk the field, and he winds up throwing the interception.
On 1st down, Vance. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Vance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Back to throw. Vance over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the gun on 3rd down. Vance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. A give to Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Gone! Set!
To throw on 2nd down. Vance on the crossing route, complete. That's Nelson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Vance got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense, so you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When the receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The left side completion to Jones. That one goes for 24 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
Throwing again. Vance. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Julio Jones, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
This is Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. Wasn't able to get anything. No gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on. Almost an interception there defensively. Instead, it brings up 4th. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
On 1st and 10. Vance. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
The final shot before break. Vance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
4 down. Mike, check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Texans have broken the tie. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half.
Gone! Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 39!
Throwing on first down. Vance. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vance. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On first down, Vance. Lets it go for Nelson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. if things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And a great move again. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll go with Jones. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Gone!
On 1st and 10, Vance. And his first pass is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it's second down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good pickup there at 22.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
Throwing on first down. Vance. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now Jones. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Watson on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Here's Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. From the 50, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then, boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call into question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. To throw again. Vance. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number two. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Vance. On the crossing route, complete. It's Nelson. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Then we got to give it a tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. On first down, Vance. Looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ronald Jones, an even 90 yards. The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And we are underway in Southern California. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. A great rookie season for Barkley, over 1,300 rushing yards, second in the NFL, 11 rushing touchdowns. Also a big asset in the passing game, 91 catches, most by a rookie in NFL history.
Yeah, second only to Christian McCaffrey in 2018, not counting the rookie status at all. How about 2,028 yards from scrimmage, which led the NFL, 15 total touchdowns. He ended up breaking 94 tackles. A lot of people said he didn't run inside. Oh, he did, and he broke those tackles and made plays downfield. And don't forget this about this guy. Those numbers would normally win Rookie of the Year going away. He'll be in a real battle with Baker Mayfield from Cleveland for that honor.
Now Manning throwing on second down. Flush to his right. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And spins away. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Chargers offense returns to the field, and earlier, Charles, you and I were talking about Phillip Rivers and his season and his age and all of that. But if you look at the Chargers season, yes, they fell short against the Patriots, but they had a pretty good year.
To put it mildly, I mean, can you imagine finishing 12-4? And not only did they not win their division championship, they ended up being seeded number 5 in the playoffs and had to go on the road twice. Won at Baltimore, lost in New England. 12-4 usually gets you at least one home field game. Didn't even happen, yet they were managing to win a playoff game and serving notice to the rest of the league. They played the deal.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Giants set to get the football back, and they're coming off a 5-11 season. Now, look, that's an improvement from 2017, but still it's 8-24 the last 2 years. Okay, you talked about earlier their need to get big guys up front to protect the quarterback. You got the number 6 overall pick in this next year's draft. Where are you going?
You would think that if you could get someone like a Quentin Nelson who went to the Colts last year, you would want to do that. But there's also a chance they can get their future quarterback with the number 6 pick. So you might have to go in that direction and then come back and get the big guys later in the draft. Sitting in that number 6 spot, they will have a good chance at getting one of the top quarterbacks in this year's draft.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more. And really, he's just one of those guys that...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Manning to throw on second down. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Manning. And that is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on fourth down, that's big for the defense.
Manning indeed going for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series.
Williams loses the football. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Now, here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a third time here on fourth down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got it first and goal at the 6. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers rolling to his left. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry from 6 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Here's Manning to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Again, it's Manning. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there at 22.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Hey, alert 3. One now a little bit.
Now Gordon on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Giants are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Let's go.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Rivers now on 2nd down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On 4th down, they snap it to Rivers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Yeah, baby.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. And when you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing is Manning. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll go for it. It's Manning. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
0. Hey, come on. Left.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. The intended receiver there, Allen. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it.
Zebra.
One final try now for Manning. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out come the Giants. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Manning now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Gun. Zebra.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better. Petty will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Ready?
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
To throw, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So after the INT, it's Manning. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Manning. He dumps it off to Barkley, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
0.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy, though. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. John Jenkins breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game. And
he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Rocket!
On 3rd down, Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Rivers on 1st down. Going deep for Benjamin. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Receiver.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And this is Shepard on the catch. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Throwing now is Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Ingram holds it in. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. Manning to throw once more. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Manning now on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. To throw, it's Manning. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their own 15. He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Hey!
And they'll go on the ground. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Pretty move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Manning throwing on second down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there. Manning to Shepard. 44 yards. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll get it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Barkley. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, gun.
Now Manning. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Manning looking to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns, just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning we know, pushing the ball downfield and with proficiency.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Well, no shock here. For the 7th time in this game, it appears they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, Manning. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, headed in the red zone. But anytime you're outside the 10, that's tough. Trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Southern California, so long, everybody. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. The return man, Chris Moore. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Detroit!
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the made field goal, here's Sebastian Janikowski to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. For Baltimore, Charles, if you look back to this season, it was pretty interesting. They start 4-5. You think John Harbaugh may not be there. He's on thin ice. Joe Flacco's at quarterback. But then Lamar Jackson comes in, and everything changed. Their whole offense changed.
It certainly did because of the infusion of speed at the quarterback position. And throws the ball a little bit better from the pocket than maybe he got credit for. Has to get better at that. But I think people had to adjust because Joe Flacco as a quarterback, he knew where he would be every time. 3 to 5 steps behind center, you could go get it. With Lamar Jackson, he could be anywhere and make a big play. And how about that defense? #1 in the league in fewest yards allowed yet again. Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down. It's Montgomery, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Patriot!
Running for it, Montgomery, and he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. As Seattle makes their way back out here, Charles, let's take a little deeper dive as they go into the offseason, what they need to do. They led the NFL in rushing yards. You talked about it. They ran the football well. Where do they need to improve?
Maybe a little less stubbornness in establishing the run it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Vannett, 32 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Jackson now. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. It's complete to Lockett. And shoving his way inside the 35. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football. And he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Barkevius Mingo leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. K.J. Wright in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Let's go get it right here. Come on.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Zebra. 12. Gotta go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
14. Gotta go. 14.
Wilson will throw again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. This is Carson. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. For Carson, CD, quite a season, although maybe somewhat under the radar, but part of the NFL's top rushing offense, and he was 5th in the league.
1,151 yards, 9 touchdowns, and Seattle got back to their identity, which is a run-first offense that provides some pretty good thump inside the tackles. And how about Chris Carson? A 7th-round pick 2 seasons ago out of Oklahoma State. Never ran for 1,000 yards in college. Does it here in the NFL. Pretty underrated name with a big-time game.
And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Zebra. 14.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And on the ground they go with a running back. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield
success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Second and 10, it's Wilson again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And able to find John Brown. And they work this out past the 25. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He finds an opening past the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Jackson now off the bootleg.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll run it here. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He sets the fire deep, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. First by him near the 35. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Final play of the half. It's Wilson going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Got it. 14.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson underneath to Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That was really well done right there. That almost looked like a training camp drill. Able to get outside of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and found his tight end for a nice 1st down. Much more difficult play than maybe he made it look. It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that 1st down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson, 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the 2nd?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the 2nd half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there, but maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run, when to get rid of the football, not take the sack, when to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really match max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you've got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And it is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. Well, it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now it's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even though that one was incomplete, you can see the training that went into that play. He gets out of the pocket, ends up moving to his right. All he's trying to do, though, extend the life of the play. Keep it alive, hoping someone will pop free.
Was able to take a pretty good shot with a deep ball, but incomplete. Dancing to his left. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
14. Run left. Well. Gotta go.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. Doug Baldwin, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
On third down, it's Edwards. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Barkevius Mingo in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Seahawks have recovered.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Keep working, man. Keep working, fellas. 14.
Now Wilson on second down. Flushed out right. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On first down, Wilson. That is clocked at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defender.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. And the Ravens taking the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
Yeah.
because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now they try the right side here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball.
And it's a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. On 3rd down, here's Dixon. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. K.J. Wright in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
14. Gotta go. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it win.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind. But he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And now here come the Ravens. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now. Twice like a... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. On third down, that's Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He may try and run for this, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football.
14.
Wilson wants to throw it. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 43 yards. Now Wilson on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Breaks a tackle. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up. Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They